And we're live! La, 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 la. What's up, my writing weirdos? I am BC, and of course, this is BC Brown Books, where we get weird about words in the ways that only writers can by writing them and talking about writing them. And tonight, we're going to do a little bit of both. I am here with my fantastically spooky, glamorous co-host and collaborative book writer, Sako Tumi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Howdy howlers, I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write thriller, horror, I'm a witch, I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you're looking to be a witchy or witch, please drop by my channel. I would love to see you.
Yes, everybody, you totally should drop by Sako's channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome weirdos. You are now part of my official weirdo tribe, and I love it. So if you are new, then you will not know what we're doing. But Sako and I are collaboratively writing a book together, and we're doing it all on these streams. So we've done everything from idea inception to character development and profiles to actually writing the zero draft, which is what we're doing right now. Sako streams on Mondays, and I stream on Thursdays. And what we do is during the writing sprint time, like tonight, I am going to work exclusively on the collaborative book that she and I are writing together. And she's going to work on whatever she wants and apparently eat a banana. But you, of course, are welcome to write on whatever projects you want, and we would love to hear what projects you are doing. We got a couple of people that are here with us already. Spence is here. Hello, lovely Spence. I love the mask and the little witchy hat.
I love it too.
It's great.
It gives me life.
I know. Hey, Debbie. Love seeing you here. Devin, it's not a stream without Devin. I will have some kitties for you at some point, I'm sure, Devin. There's going to be at least Domino popping up behind me because she's taken this, like, perching on the back of my chair thing, like, to heart lately. And then I'll see if I can't scoop a spot up, maybe. And maybe I can bring the BBs in. That's not You will most definitely hear Mama Cat because Mama Cat has now gone into heat. After
no.
But they're not yet weaned and everything, so we can't take her in and get her spayed until the kittens are fully weaned and completely, completely ready to be separated from Mama, which we have good news on. Lady Loki, which is the mostly spotted one, will be going to a very good home Thanksgiving week sometime. A friend of mine got a hold of me and was like, we have room for a lovely little female cat, and we'd like to take yours.
No.
Super happy because she's like an amazing cat mom and has like 6 of them already. And she's like, we want another one. And I was like, yep. I was like, totally can do. So, but we wanted to socialize them a little bit more, even though they're mostly weaned and they're litter. We wanted to socialize them for another, because they're 8 weeks old. So, and they really shouldn't separate them from Mama until they're about 12.
Right.
We're like, we're going to keep her for another month and just socialize her, because we only just started letting them socialize with the other cats away from, not just Mama.
Mm-hmm.
So we're socializing and figuring out how to live in a household full of cats and dogs. So, let's see. Debbie is working on the comic script tonight, which is cool. Bonnie is here. Hey, Bonnie. Spence is working on some client work before diving into the new bullet journal. Always good. And yes,
she's speaking my language.
Yep. Yeah, Devin loves Haley's Cub Witch avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. So we are, I was going to ask you about that, Sako. Do you mind doing a timer again tonight? Because I am still only on working from one screen.
Sure.
And then that way.
We want to start with, how many minutes do we want to start with?
It doesn't matter. We could do 15. We could do 20. I assume you're going to be using one of Cecile Luno's lovely Halloween timers.
It's a habit.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. I love them, so.
For writing. for writing. Camille.
Or Camille. We can use Camille. I need to actually go through because I know some people have come up with some new timers, and I need to go through and add them to my video playlist that I have of just writing productivity timers.
Okay. Chrome tab. This thing.
So
Dun-dun.
while Sako is pulling that up, I can say the project is rolling along really nicely on the zero draft. So we are in chapter 6 of the book, which if you follow along with some of the beats before, this is where our protagonist, Baisaku, who is our paranormal bounty hunter, is having to ask a favor of his cop contact, Officer Jerry, or detective. I can't remember. Detective, didn't we say? Whatever.
Officer.
Yeah. Jerry Shaw. And because he needs more time to figure out what's going on with this Latina and like her powers and stuff like that. So he's asking Jerry to like forget her alphabet and misfile the case a little bit so that they can have a little bit more time. So that's what we're doing. Hey, Nicole Ford Thomas, good to see you. Welcome to my channel. If you are a welcome writing weirdo, we love having you here. We are just getting ready to do a writing sprint. So I will go ahead and get that up. And as you all can see from my lovely fuzzy sweater, it is cold here in Arizona this week, but just this week, because on Halloween, yeah, it's been like a high of like mid 60s for us during the day.
Whoa.
And like a low of like 48 at night, which is pretty cold for us. It's
Wow.
that's normally like January weather.
Yeah.
So we've all been loving it. We all broke out fuzzy sweaters and like sweats and a whole bunch of stuff because it's been until recently over 100 degrees every day.
Right.
And it's going to shoot back up into the 90s on Halloween, of course, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do 20 minutes and we're using Camille Merrick's, Merrick, I'm not sure how she pronounces it.
Merrick.
Yeah. Timer. She is a wonderful author tuber. You guys should check her out. I do believe she's linked down below. Sako is linked down below. All other sorts of author tubers that do writing sprints are linked down below. So you should check out all of that stuff. Okay, Weird is in the house. Hey. All right, so let's get ready to do.
Okay. Oh, I guess I should do the thing. All right, so 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Beep, 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 beep. Yay! End of the first writing sprint. Okay, so how did everybody do?
I know.
Sako, you're still muted.
I am working on some. I'm working on some blog posts about like why I became a writer and what influenced me and all of those wacky-go-lucky things. Nicole, the Baccareses are bots. I am convinced that they are bots.
Yeah, I think so too.
They've been popping up on all the streams saying the same stuff over and over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anything with like Authortube as a tag, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah, so.
And they are always that level of coherent, and they never respond to anything.
Nope. Yep. The devil was saying that they'd take 60 degrees, but it's been in the 30s there. Well, there's a big difference between Canada and Arizona. We get all your snowbirds, which is what we get all of you that come down here during the winter. We call them the snowbirds. Like the Canadian plates abound. And like as soon as September is done, all the snowbirds from Canada come, like fly down, and it's crazy. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Florida's the same way.
Yep. Just sprinting. That's all we're doing. Thank you for hitting the smash button, for smashing the like button. I love smashing the like button. Smashing. Okay. Zonk.
Zonk.
Zonk. Yeah, the Macariases, I'm convinced they say the same thing as, but you're not hallucinating. Don't worry.
You're like, am I going crazy? Because they're not responding to me.
Definitely that level of coherent. I just don't usually, I tried engaging with them on a couple of streams to begin with. And
because I'm actually interested in what they have to say. I'm like, I need more information. Please tell me more information.
Spooky Halloween, what? Huh? What's going on? Spooky Halloween stuff?
Yeah, even during my vampire game, they're like, hey, vampire stories on Wattpad. And I was like, I'm here for it. You want to post a link? Oh, that.
Yeah, I was like, totally will go. But we got 205 words done on the sprint, and Megan agrees they're probably spam. And not the good kind. Not like full musical dedicated to. But I love the response. Oh God. Crazy. Yeah. Now, so I got a little more into the scene with Jerry and Saisaku. Thank you for that setup. I like the setup with the whole divoting
great.
I was like, oh, that was nice, and we get to see her at home and like everything. Mm-hmm. So I got 403 words done that time. I'm kind of struggling a little bit tonight. I don't know if it's just because I had a rough day at work, or I don't know if I'm just like brain dead for the day, or I went to bed really late at night last night because I've been working my way through my annual what my partner calls my Mecca that I do every year, which is I work my way through chronologically through the Star Treks. So I start with the original series and I'll go all the way through. I'm not doing like Discovery and Picard yet because they're still on air.
Okay.
Just doing the stuff that's all not on air, which it also includes the movies. And I watch them all chronologically, and or chronologically, not as how they came out, but chronologically as how they supposedly fit into the timeline together. So, and I got to the very last episode of Deep Space Nine last night, I had watched all the way up, and then it was time for me to go to bed, and there was just the series finale left. And I was like, I can't go to bed with the series finale just hanging there because I know what's in the series finale because I've seen it a million times. I love it. Like, I will die on the hill that Deep Space Nine is the absolute pinnacle, like, of Star Trek writing and like exploring the Federation and exploring the cultures and
the whole thing with the Cardassians and the Bajorans and
the Kardashians, the Bajorans, then the Dominion, and how the Cardassians basically became the Bajorans because of the Dominion, and then like the ambiguity of like the Federation being faced with having to like coexist peacefully on a space station with like all these other cultures and races and theologies and like crazy stuff like that. And then of course when they got into all the Section 31 crap, and then it was just like, oh well, there's some serious gray area here now going on. So I will die on the hill that Deep Space Nine is actually the best.
I will die on that hill with you. Cisco is my favorite captain.
He's amazing. And I couldn't have tied it up any better at the end. There is was it canon? I think it was non-canon. There was a non-canon novelization that came out 4 or 5 years after DS9, 4 or 5 years after Voyager went off the air.
Oh.
Is Voyager? Anyway, it doesn't matter. After DS9 was over, and I think it was a non-canon novelization that came out where Cisco returned from the Celestial Temple as his role with the Prophets, and he actually got to go back to Bajor on the day of the birth of his daughter with Cassidy. And like he went back in time basically because the Prophets they don't care about time.
Right.
He basically spent all this time being a prophet and everything, and then got to go back and actually live his life with Jake and Cassidy and his daughter on the planet. Like, it was amazing how it was written. But I'm pretty sure it was non-canon. I'm pretty sure it was just like an off novelization. Like
the concept of non-canon books for series, like I understand why they did it, but it basically makes it like fan fiction.
Essentially, it is. It's just like it's just what got the blessings of the writing gods, like what got the blessings of the trademark gods, and what didn't. Kind of a thing. But so much of the non-canon stuff is so much better, like more developed than half of the canon stuff. Like half of the canon stuff is just fluff. It's just like this really goes nowhere, and it doesn't really like expand anybody or enrich their character or enrich the world any. It's just throwing it out here because we know fans want it. Kind of a thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That's I rewatch DS9 more frequently than I rewatch I watch
the others
everything once a year. But I rewatch DS9 probably at least 2-3 times a year, I think. Like it's just and it's one that I don't just keep on in the background. Like I can keep stuff on in the background while I'm doing other stuff, and especially usually when I'm writing. But DS9, I'm just like watching. I'm just like, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? So one of these days, I'm gonna actually just like get it over with, and I'm just gonna like do a live. I'm just gonna do me reacting live to Star Trek, and I'll probably start with DS9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start streaming like reactionary videos to things like. RK Gold keeps trying to convince me to do it. He's like, Lower Decks is on right now, and you could totally like do live reactions to Lower Decks, and people would probably love it. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't. I was like, I'm really bad about doing live reactions to things. Like, I'm just because I sit there and I get engrossed in it. And I don't say anything. But I think with the older stuff that I've seen so many times, and I have so many just immediate.
You can make commentary.
Yeah, I can make commentary a lot easier because I'm not just like looking for every detail and hyper focused on it. I'm sure this is totally what everybody wanted to hear me just ramble on about.
Hey, I'm subscribed to your newsletter. I'm here for it.
Which that link is down below too. Like my Patreon, my subscribe, all of my newsletter stuff is down there. Everything's down there, so you can go look at. I think it's all down there. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Sometimes I remember to put it down there. Sometimes I don't.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. With the draft tonight, I'm struggling a little bit. So there might be as many words as I normally log, and
which is all right.
Which may be more tilted.
I think the next point that we need to make is the idea that he is the last case that they have found of being flambeau, but we haven't defined what being flambeau means yet.
Yeah, I know. We kind of do. We left that really vague even when we were just doing the general, like, what makes him different than any other.
We haven't like had a display as to what being flambeau means.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Right. I mean, we've had him kind of come to the, oh crap, I think she might be flambeau, and we had the video which kind of alluded to, hey, okay, obviously these waves of fire coming off of her being physically almost lifted off the ground with the display of power, with the oomph of the power. So I think you're right. We need to, but there has to be something just a little bit. I feel like there needs to be something more to being flambeau than just the manifestation of pyrokinetics.
I feel like we should make a comment on the doc and then hit that in revisions.
Okay.
So we can think about it more as we go on into the book, because this turns into like the reason why I usually write like the end or the middle before I write the beginning. So I'll make references to certain things, and then I'll go back and I'll be like, this is the thing it's referring to.
Okay, that makes sense. We can do that. And I mean, we can always, we can skip. We can skip around.
We can skip around. Right. So I feel like we can do like the zero draft in the first pass, and then in the second pass, we can be like, okay, like this is a good spot where we can like show his knowledge, show his culture, show his what makes him flambeau, basically. And I think another display or another meeting with St. Todd might be beneficial too before he actually gets his mitts on Justicia.
So another meeting with her?
Either with her or with Jerry or with Daisaku. Just some kind of explanation that St. Todd isn't a bad guy. So when he actually gets his mitts on Justicia, it surprises everybody.
Yeah. Other than the people that have been watching our stream.
Other than the people that have been watching our stream, of course.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
So another note that we can, so that's like Act 1 stuff, right? So I think we can just make a note somewhere and we can be like hitting it in the second wave.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I mean, I'm really, because normally I don't write quite so chronologically as how
normally I don't either. So this has been super fun to like kind of chain story it, because it's like high school all over again. It's been really fun.
Yeah, and it's flowing so well. Like I haven't had a point where I've needed to jump to another season or wanted to.
And the transitions are great.
Yeah.
From scene to scene. So that's why I've been putting chapters in and stuff like that, because because it just seems like a logical place to have a split, to have a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. So okay, cool. So I think maybe we should do another sprint.
Cool. Flowers.
Flowers.
No thanks.
Oh, things pop up. Hate when it does that. It's like I'm trying to press pause. Damn it.
Trying to press pause.
Yeah, it's okay if we start 5 seconds short.
Okay.
Everybody's
We're doing it now.
no. beepity beep, beepity beep, beepity beep, beepity beep. You did that. I like her little messages there at the end. Always fun. Okay, so how did everybody do on the sprint? I really struggled through that part, but I got 350 marks.
Ooh.
How'd you, Sako?
I mostly smoked a cigarette, and then I wrote like another 300 words. So I'm feeling, and I got myself a fresh drink, and I enjoyed the night breeze, and it was overall very enjoyable for me.
It was a very enjoyable sprint. It's cool. It was cool. So yeah. Megan was appreciaing Domino. She jumped up on the back of my chair and was out for a few minutes. She loves to just jump up and like lay on the back of my chair or sit on the back of my chair, but she can't sit still for very long. So she's like up, down, up, down, up, down, like 50 times a day. Kind of a thing.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Yeah. So Spence finished the copywriting work. Woohoo!
Woo! Which, by the way, I'm working on a makeshift cover, just like a sketch sort of situation.
Okay.
For Project Flambeau.
We can't wait to see it.
Just to have a little something to kind of like motivate us throughout the month, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I always do that at the beginning of Nano. Is I make a cover because I am a completionist, and therefore I have to fill out all the things that I can possibly fill out for the project. So the cover is involved in that usually.
Cool. I like it. I'm good with it. I'll let you get down with your graphic designer self.
I also organized the Pinterest board.
Ooh. Okay, cool. I haven't looked at it the other day.
So like all the characters have their own sections. Nice. And that way we get a better view of like the actual mood in the main board, and then which I feel like we're coming so close to being able to show that stuff.
Yeah.
We're so close. We're so close.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's my concern with showing his flamboyantness is like until now we haven't shown any magic besides Justicia, and we haven't like actually shown what normal means to like the main council.
Yeah, that's true. We did kind of show a little bit with Kyler and channeling.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So we did show a little bit there. But yeah, I only alluded to like, I mean, he had the extra warding bag, kind of a thing during his first conversation with Kyler, but I didn't really show much. We haven't really showed much else, which we're like.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So yeah, and I'm not sure how. So I think what we've kind of shown so far is good because it contrasts a little bit with the whole "oh my God, demons" thing that's going to be coming up.
True.
The prevalency, like that, we've shown so many light instances that it's almost like is rare, and then "oh my God, demons! They're everywhere!" and it's blah blah. Kind of a thing.
I think that's a really good point.
Yeah, and it's just like I think it would be kind of shocking to be like it's far more
severe.
It's far more severe than what we've led up to so far. And I also think it's nice. I think it will be nice because I think it will show the juxtaposition between they're almost overrun and overworked and underpaid kind of a thing, like
overwhelmed, as it were.
Yeah. Then we got 193 words, which is cool. I'm getting really tired for some reason. It's because I stayed up late.
Oh.
I stayed up late and watched and still got up, at normal time. And I have to get up early in the morning tomorrow because we are having a costume contest for work.
Oh.
Yeah. So whether we're at home or in the office doesn't matter. We're gonna zoom in because every Friday we have like a fun Friday kind of thing where we play a game for like an hour, basically with just
Cool.
like team building stuff, which is a lot of fun. I really like it. But yeah, part of that is going to be a costume contest tomorrow, and so I am totally gone. Of course, I am gonna do my lion. So with all of my face paint and everything, and then I'm gonna tease the crap out of my hair and spray it into place. And
so it's like a mane.
Yeah, so it'll be this huge mane, and then of course I've got my furry gloves and
I love it.
My extra fur mantle that I'll wear to like the Zoom meeting.
I love it.
So it'll be fun. I'm hoping I win because it's like $50 Visa gift card if we have the best costume, and then it's like a $25 Visa gift card if we have the most original one. So I don't think my lion is going to win most original because it's just a lion.
Hey man, that's a couple of books.
I know. I'm like, $50 worth of books.
That's book money.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or as of lately, that's cat money.
Oh, cat money. Yeah.
Adopted. Just until the babies are adopted.
So
just about another month. And then we get to see about signing up to foster another. Or just scooping one off the streets because God knows I got enough of them out there that I feed.
Yeah.
Speaking of baby cats.
Baby cats.
He's a big baby.
Look at this baby. Look at this baby.
He's like, not that he cares because I'm going to scratch him. Yeah. Spot. So his eyes have turned totally gold.
Ooh.
So he's got gold eyes and it matches fur now. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
They were like kind of gold green for a long time, and they've gone totally gold now, which I think is just like the prettiest eyes.
Cool.
Love him. He's so chill. He's purring so loudly.
He's so happy. Look how happy he is. He's so happy.
So I can like hold him like this forever, and he's completely content to just be chill and be petted.
Hedonism bot. Oh yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll put you back in your chair. Now he's looking at me like, what the fuck, lady? You just come scoop me up, pet me for a few minutes, and then plop me back down? Yeah, he's just like, what the hell? Yeah, he's my cutie. Spot's the best. And in true Star Trek fashion, I have to tell him he's a good cat and a pretty cat on like almost a daily basis. But my partner is still mad at me that we did not name him Flurkin because he really wanted a ginger cat after Marvel movie. Captain Marvel. After the Captain Marvel movie, because there's a ginger cat that is a species called Flurkin, and he's like, we totally should have named him Flurkin. I was like, I've wanted a ginger cat my entire life so that I could name him Spot after this cat, and so he had to be named Spot. I was like, we can get another ginger cat and name him Flurkin. Anyway, okay. We should probably do another sprint.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's anything you're wanting to talk about specifically.
No, I am ready to continue writing.
Yeah, I want to write because I'm starting to wind down. Like I'm starting to like crash big time, and so I want to get at least one more sprint in.
Sounds good.
Okay. Ooh, one of Joanne Ninjaman's.
Yeah, you bet. All right. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oh, there's sound.
beep, 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 beep. Okay. I did okay during that sprint. I don't know. I don't think I did great. I got out of the scene in my cat's doing things behind me. Out of the scene in Jerry's apartment, got that wrapped up, and got into the next scene with the beat about the council blocking him, misdirecting him, misguiding him. I barely got that started. So
Okay.
let's see if that can go anywhere.
I am sure it can. Like, if he looks into her home, like Justicia's home life, maybe, and shit starts disappearing.
Yeah, like, so basically I've just, I mean, like I said, I just barely touched on it. It's like 4 sentences in. So I've got like him trying to go back through unofficial contacts within the council itself that he had, built up over the years, and like nobody's returning his calls. And I like alluded to, he even like met up on the astral plane with one of his contacts, and they literally dispelled him when he started asking about Justicia's case.
Cool.
So I thought that, a nice little.
I could probably flesh those scenes out.
You have that.
Cool.
Yeah, have that.
So if you want to figure out where you want this to go, I can just go in and flesh out the.
Yeah, so I've got them there. Like I went in and like I've done before, where we were riding along and then the beats were kind of after it. I went in and put the beats in front. Yeah, like into the document to show this is where this beat now is going to be fleshed out in this spot. So it's under the beat. Okay. It's under the beat that literally says like the council is blocking him, misguiding him. And it's in a different color, of course. So cool. Debbie got another 163 words done, which is awesome. Vince is deciding the yearly bullet journal. How like everyone has to have like an aesthetic. I don't really bullet journal like a lot of people do, but I get it, and I watch a ton of those.
I did it for a long time, but I do mostly like minimalistic sort of stuff because I found out what worked for me. And sometimes I just don't have time to draw. I leave space just in case I do have time to like make it pretty and draw and stuff like that. But I don't like expect it of myself
and
anymore.
Mine's the same way. Like it's very basic, very minimalistic. I might put a few doodles in there or do some stuff. But for me, what worked was I was distracting myself with the design of the journal itself.
I did the same thing.
And not actually doing anything productive within the journal. So
Exactly.
But I like watching all the stuff, and I like seeing what people come up with, and I like seeing all the effort people put into it and how it helps people. So I think it's cool.
That is cool. Oh, poor Sleepy.
I know, I'm just feeling it. And I gotta get up so early to do that makeup tomorrow. Because it's gonna be the whole elaborate face. I'll try and take a picture and maybe post it on Instagram or something.
That'd be awesome.
Spence drew cute birds in the sketchbook. Oh. I haven't broken out my sketchbook in a couple of months now. And I probably should be painting though, but I just haven't really broken out my sketchbook. Like every morning I used to sketch for at least an hour. And like now that I'm back to work, I'm not doing it because I am real bad about getting up and just rolling out of bed for the last possible minute. I didn't take any time to drag a brush through my hair, put a braid in, and put some lipstick on. That's,
yeah.
Like one of the girls at work, when I was in the office still, one of the girls at work was talking about, having to get up and do her hair and do her makeup in the morning, and she has kids, and like all of that time and I was like, and she's like, you know what I mean, right? I was like, girl, I wear lipstick, and this is the same lipstick I've been wearing for 3 days because it stays on that long.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, she's like, I thought you wore more makeup than that. I was like, nope. Was like, very rarely I feel froggy and will get up and put on actual like makeup. I'm like, but nope, I don't do my eyebrows, I don't do eyeliner, I don't do nothing. I said, I slap on some lipstick that is like color stay crap, and it stays on there for 3 days unless I nibble my lips. And he's like, wow, okay.
I feel you.
He's like, I was like, I am very much a roll out of bed type person.
Me too.
The only reason I shower in the mornings is just because it helps wake me up. Like, otherwise, I would just shower before bed.
Mm-hmm.
And totally be like a shower before bed kind of person, but it actually helps to wake me up a little bit. Like I can be a zombie while I'm in the shower for 10 minutes, and then that 10 minutes allows me to wake up enough to like, I don't know.
That's my coffee and cigarette in the morning, is my 10 minutes of being a zombie, and then I'm like human enough to like be able to sit at my computer.
Yeah, I'm like, so I get up and I'm like, I'm a zombie because I get up, I take my medicine. It's like, right, I mean, the feet touch the floor, I take my medicine basically. And then I feed all the animals, indoor and outdoor, let the dogs out, then go to get in the shower. And I do all of that zombified because it's all routine and like really rote. And then the shower is where I'm like standing in the shower going, I should have thoughts now. Thoughts beyond just simple action. Where I'm like trying to convince my brain, hey, you should like do things. Like be productive.
It's super nice, like, because like Spence is in here right now, and Nicole was in here earlier, and like these are the people that are on my Discord, and we say hello to each other every morning and like talk about whatever the fuck comes up. It's very nice. It's very nice to have people that I can just like chat with whenever, be it day or night. Like it's very nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm really bad about my Discord. I'm really bad about Discord. Like everything that I'm part of, and even my own channel, I'm just bad about it. But like I have everything so chunked out. Like I have chunked time for this and chunked time for that, and I just don't think about communicating outside of like when I'm going to be on the stream, or like if I need to pop up and ask somebody a question or something. You know, Discord up very often. I'll send you a message or something and be like blah 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 blah.
Sure.
I'm really bad at communication for somebody who spent so long in communication.
Yeah.
My partner tells me that time, he's like, you're really bad in words, really bad with your words for a writer.
Yeah.
I'm not bad with my words. I'm bad with my spoken words. I'm great with my written words.
Oh.
It's sweet. Yeah, I don't get up early enough for that because there is a big time difference between us.
It's now at 10 in the morning.
That's your time, but it's 7 a.m. my time.
That is 7 a.m. your time.
I'm not even awake at 7. I am still asleep until like 7:45 because since I'm working from home, we had an irresponsible person come into the office with flu-like symptoms, so we were all at home for the foreseeable future. Then I'm working at home, so like I don't have to clock in until 8:30. So like I am my feet might hit the floor at 7:45 at the earliest.
I tend to be up by 8, so I can take my meds and stuff. And I dick around for 2 hours now. It used to be that I would spend the hour waking up and then figuring out what I'm supposed to be talking about that morning, and
I am listening.
it's fine. It's both easier and harder on me to have it later in the morning. It's a weird place to be. Look how big he's getting.
This is Lady Loki.
Hi, Lady Loki.
Look how big they are.
Look how big you're getting.
So between the two of them, they are up to a can of Fancy Feast kitten twice a day.
Nice.
So, and they're starting to eat hard kibble.
Nice.
Come here. That's too high of a jump. That's way too high of a jump for a little one. Come on. Let go. Let go. Easy. Here we go. Don't freak out. We're learning how not to freak out when somebody, like, when you're being put down.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha's the best about it. Buddha is just like chill. She's just like, we'll just in your hands. She's like, okay, whatever, until my feet touch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe like he's still a little.
Wagga, 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 wagga.
Yeah, still a little like, I'm like this far off the ground. You know, kind of.
Yeah,
But,
I know what you mean. Trying to squirm out of your grip.
mm-hmm. But yeah, they're just so big, and like they're really starting to show their individual personalities now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Buddha's, I thought she was going to be the more like chill, laid back, kind of adventurous kitty, because that's how she started out. Like she was the first to really walk, and she was the first to really like explore. But no, she's like kind of skittish and like iffy about stuff, and she like stays kind of in the, because we've got the cat room where they were isolated at until this past week, and then we've got the game room, and then the kitchen leads out into the living room, etc. And she just hangs out in the game room and the cat room, like that's it. She very rarely comes out into the rest of the house. A little bit into the kitchen, because that's where like the big water bowl is, and she has this thing about the big water bowl instead of the little one. But yeah, and Loki's like climbing all over everything and checking everything out, and just like super adventurous. So yeah,
I used to be like that.
Man, I wish I've never been, my entire life, I've never woken up easily. Like getting me out of bed has always been a nightmare. Like getting myself out of bed, and my brain just doesn't work for a solid, easily half an hour. Like I'm glad that I can take my mornings like so easy for work. I'm not much is expected of me until 9 o'clock. So like I can kind of take like that first hour and 15 minutes and just kind of be like, yeah, I'm gonna look over the reports and look at yesterday's metrics and stuff like that. Check my email, not have to do much. But yeah, I wish I could be that way. For a long time, actually, for this past year, while I wasn't like working, I was just doing freelance stuff and had my regular, like my clients. I would get up, I'd sit up in bed, I'd take my medicine, I'd get out the sketch pad, and I'd draw for like an hour. And like my brain would work faster. Like I noticed in like 15 minutes, my brain was working and stuff like that. But now that I'm not, I just can't make myself do it before work now for some reason. I don't know.
My phone. Oh, I don't know. Good night, Cookie. Good night.
But yeah, like I just can't make myself, like I've never been a person that can make myself get up earlier than I absolutely have to.
Amen to that. Yeah. Unless I slept terribly.
Oh
If
yeah.
I had like nightmares all night
Oh yeah.
or
Then I'm up.
anything like that, then I'm up.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
And
if there are nightmares or I'm sleeping crappy or something unusually loud woke me up, which happens a lot in our house,
mhm.
then yeah, I'm probably up.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can sleep through just about anything. Like and then once I am like my partner's been great because his schedule got changed.
Again.
Now he's doing 10 p.m. until 6 a.m.
Oh.
And so he gets, yeah, I know it's rough. He hates it, absolutely hates it. And he's just pissed because he was supposed to go to day shift after the last night shift, and they put him back on night shift again, and he's just really pissed about it.
I would be too.
I don't blame him. I am too. So he's looking for a new job, and he's been going to school for like cybersecurity. So he's hopefully, fingers crossed, he had a couple of good interviews this week for a couple of positions to get into like entry level cybersecurity stuff while he's still in school because he doesn't have any experience. He's done customer service for ages and a day. He's just all self-taught until he started taking his classes
Mm-hmm.
a month ago.
Well, it helps that he's actually in school now, because that means that the company doesn't have to invest regarding training him in certain things. They're not building it from the ground up. Somebody else is doing that job.
Yeah, and that's basically what he's looking at. Like he had a really great interview today where he had a phone interview Monday, and then they had him actually come into the office for the second interview today.
Nice.
And the IT guy was just like, yeah, I took a look at your resume. You're exactly what we're looking for. And the guy on the phone with his phone interview was like, you are exactly what we're looking for. Somebody that doesn't have a ton of experience, but does have the know-how, just needs the experience. He's like, that's what we want to give. He's like, we need somebody that knows how to do it and knows how is proficient in all of the basic stuff.
Right.
He's like, and just is looking for the experience. He's like, we're not looking for some high-tech super cyber guru. He's like, we're looking for a basic IT guy. And he's like, good, I would take basic IT guy just so I can get the experience in the field. So, but yeah, so he's been coming home in the mornings and like with his current job, because it's, construction materials and stuff like that, he's like filthy. So he comes home, he takes his shower. He now feeds all the animals in the morning, which is so nice for me. Cause I'm like, I don't have to spend there's one time of the day where I'm not feeding creatures. And then he's been trying to wake me up at nicely wake me up before an alarm clock at 7:15, and he's all like, wake up, sweetie, this is a nice wake up call. And I'm just like, let me sleep until the alarm goes off because I've got the alarm set for the last possible minute. He's like, but you want to get up earlier, you tell me this every day. And I'm like, yeah, let me sleep. But yeah. So Debbie's always been like that. The only time there isn't is Mondays, but that's after working 2 10-hour shifts over that makes sense. If you work 20 hours, if you work half of a work week in a work weekend, Monday you might be a little sluggish in the morning.
I had to designate Fridays as a mandatory day off because I was working 18-hour, 10 to 18-hour days every day, all the time. And I'm my worst boss, fucking Jesus. So I read something about the 5-hour workday, and it changed my life. I no longer had to, because I found that if given 5 hours to do 10 hours of work, I'll do it in 5 hours. So I don't have to sit there at my computer. It's like sprints, basically, for drawing. Right. So I just now my work-life balance is a lot more reasonable.
Yeah.
And like I stopped using self-care as a reward.
Yeah, it should just be a thing.
It's mandatory. Like self-care is like maintenance. It needs to happen. Like, not that, oh, when I finish this I'll take a shower, or when I finish this I'll eat, or when I finish this I'll
No.
sleep, and then I don't finish it.
Yeah. Sleep when I need to sleep, and I eat when I need to eat.
Now I do that. Exactly.
Yeah, that's I think like work-life balance is really hard for most people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's people that just have a career and a life. We have a career, we have a life, and then most of the time we have another career. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, we're writers, so
We
most
have
of our
that
work.
side hustle. I am part of the side hustle culture.
Yeah,
Like, I monetize all of my hobbies, and my husband tries to warn me against doing that, but honestly, what else am I supposed to do?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, we're all part of the side hustle. I've got the day job. I've got my writing, got my freelancing that I do.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it's just like basically everything I do is monetized to some capacity, to some capacity, whether it's pure monetization money that I get from it, or it's like SEO and just being higher ranked, it's like stuff like that. There's some type of reward that comes with it. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would just sit and write and not be talking to y'all while I'm doing it.
Right.
Kind of a thing. So
Yeah. Work yourself to death all the time.
yeah. But of course, I make sure I take a lot of time off, and I make sure that like on Fridays, you notice I don't stream. Not
Yep.
anymore. On the
Yep.
weekends, I don't stream. I don't
Mm-hmm.
do live streams. I might this Saturday, since nothing's really going on for Halloween, and there's a bunch of writing stuff going on for Halloween. So I mean, I might pop on there, but I doubt it because I spend that time with my family.
Yeah.
So, but
Need to make ends meet. Unfortunately, it's not art related. Oh, I follow.
not art related. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, come on. I'm working HR.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not any of my background stuff, but it's what I'm now going to school for. And then I add work, life, work again, monetize YouTube hobby, and go to school.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
well, everybody hustles. Most people just only hustle at one or two or three things. Whereas most writers that I found in general, not just here on Authortube, hustle at like 8 or 9 or 10 things. We're all like spinning plates like a mother.
Yep.
Okay, well, we are actually at the 2-hour mark. So we are
Yes,
30.
we are.
So I want to say thanks to everybody. And Sako, go ahead and tell us again who you are for the people who weren't here at the very beginning.
Howdy, howlers. It's Sako Tumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, thriller. I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer. Sometimes I combine those three things. And if you are looking to market yourself as an author, or you're looking to be a witch, you're a witch, please drop in my channel. I would love to see you.
Yes, all of her stuff is down below. You should definitely check out Sako's channel. She will be streaming on. She will be streaming. She streams on Mondays when we do the book collaboration, but she also streams every day for like coffee with Sako. She streams like at the after party for Savy's after party every Wednesday, or for Savy's sleepover every Wednesday. Sako does an after party after that stream. So it's really cool. She's really a fun individual, really cool individual. Also, I have a surprise coming up. I have a hairstyle surprise coming up in a couple of weeks. On Friday the 13th, I am getting a long-awaited haircut.
Ooh.
Wait for you to see it. I haven't had a job that has not had a dress code policy.
Ooh.
So I'm finally getting something that I want because this current job, we have a dress code policy, but it's like kind of unofficial. Like jeans and a t-shirt. We're obviously not afraid of piercings, ink, or weird hair color. You know, our executive assistant has purple hair. So kind of a thing. But like, so I'm super excited. So I think you'll be excited when you see it. Yeah. We're getting it on Friday the 13th.
Nice.
And we're going to see it that Monday following.
Yay.
We did not decide because I did start at 6:30 my time tonight, 9:30 your time. We didn't decide though with the time change because the time change is happening on Sunday.
Yeah.
For where we'll only have 2 hours. Do we want to go?
What are we doing for November? Like, that becomes the question. Are we going to continue doing Monday, Thursday? Or are we going to add days? Are we going to? I think we're going at a pretty good clip at the moment.
So let's do Monday, Thursday. Let's tentatively do Monday, Thursday for now. And then if we feel like we're falling behind, maybe we'll do like add days. We'll do a push towards an add day.
There's a relay on the 13th and 14th.
Okay, well, the 13th I will be getting my hair done, but the 14th.
Yes, is so if you would like to join me on the 14th, I go on at 11 my time.
So that will be 9 my time.
So up PM.
PM. Okay. Oh yeah.
So, and it'll be chill. It's sprints, so you can work on the document at the same time or whatever.
That'll be good. Yeah, we'll figure out between like the two of us. Yeah, we'll figure out how to work on it. It'll be good. Okay. So on Monday you are gonna stream at what time?
I'm gonna try, and if I can, I would. I mean, 9:30 works for me.
Okay.
It works better than 10:30. So, excuse me. 9:30 will work for Monday.
Cool. So 9:30 Eastern time, Sako will be streaming. I will be streaming at 9:30 Eastern time on Thursdays, which is 7:30 my time as of the weekend when time again and it goes.
Yes.
So yes, everybody, if you didn't know who I am already, I am BC. This is BC Brown Books, where we get weird about words in the ways that only writers can by writing them and talking about writing them, and then talking about all sorts of other random shit in between because that's just fun in general. So you are wonderful. You are wonderful.
No, you.
Glad that you had fun, Megan. Always good to see you, Bonnie. I like this. Spence penciled in so many cute words. Think I might erase the ones I don't like and draw more of the cute ones. That's a good idea. You should do that. You should totally do that. Anyway, I had fun tonight with everybody. I'm glad that everybody got to work on some stuff. And yeah, we will see you on Sako's